The route I use is a pretty safe route, but there's a way faster way to go down where you end up not waiting for one of the cycles, which is pretty nice. The disadvantage is it's way riskier. It took me less than a minute to get my recording of the safe route for that video. It took like 17 minutes, not 17 attempts, 17 minutes to get one recording, like one finished attempt of the fast strats. And that's not even the IL record pace. I'm still a second, if not more, off of that IL with 17 minutes just to get one completed. There's a reason that I don't go for those strats in these runs. Very solid reason why I don't go for these strats in these runs. Okay, that was delayed enough. We should be fine. Yeah. Gear, again, moves at your running speed, so if you're off on it, it's just too bad. I'm trying to, like, what in this game doesn't move at your running speed? Because that's the default. Everything moves at this pace. Like, the cannons usually do too. I think the ghosts, since they have that parabolic movement where they sort of slow down at the end of their curve before coming back, that's the one thing it doesn't. And anything moving, I guess, in a curve in general, I wouldn't know if it's moving at the same pace, because it's a lot harder to compare. But, like, these cannons, you'll see, same pace, same pace, same pace. So it's difficult to adjust when you make certain mistakes. The water block at the end of this level, also same pace, by the way. That was really close. Very, oh gosh, that's scary, but yeah, we should make this cycle. I had a bit, there was a bit at the end that I didn't quite do optimally, but I had such clean corners at the start of that. The nice thing with getting the clean corners up front too is then you know you have a little bit more leeway on the later corners, so you don't have to cut them quite as close, and that makes them a lot safer than what I would do otherwise. So very clean water cycle on that one. Happy with that. It is kind of more fun though to get it just at the very edge. Like I said, it's more entertaining and dramatic. Okay, can we not die on the cycles on this level this time? Place your bets now. I know I don't have a way to actually place bets, but you can just mentally keep track of what your bet is and it'll be fine. Okay, okay, there we go. That was a skip. Now you just have to not die for the rest of this. Oh gosh. There we go. Alright, see, I know how to do the cycles on that level. I remember how they work. It's fine. Everything is fine. And we got a gold for that too. Okay, that makes it even better. Turns out, not dying in this game is fast, chat. Not dying is fast. Who would have guessed? It turns out, same as the fabled Mario Maker logic. For anyone who doesn't know, the other game I speedrun is Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS. And similarly to this game, 99% of the time, you just don't want to die. Now, the 1% of that time is level 13 too. And that's because you intentionally reset the level in order to get an assist item so you can skip it. But the other 99 levels in the game you don't want to die on. It's just that one. So it actually does work out to 99%. Okay. There we go! Okay, we got the fall. Can we get the next part? We got the up. Can we get the down? Nope, we didn't get the down. We should still be able to get through on second cycle though, which is fine. It was a late second cycle, but you know, I'll take it for how this game's been going. That's one of the levels that can just be a jerk as well. There's a lot of levels that can be a jerk, but some can be more of a jerk than others. It really comes down to how far apart are the checkpoints on each level. I would like to do this one correctly this time too. All I have to do is watch out for this last jump. We should be far enough ahead. Yeah, we easily made it around that barrel. Okay, check that out. This is fantastic. I know I'm excited about that. It may seem like pretty mundane. That's technically new for me. Going around the barrel is actually a new strat. It's not that flashy, it's not that exciting compared to like what you would expect, but it's new. And anytime I'm getting it, oh, this is bad. We're already off cycle. That's okay. Anytime I'm able to get a new strat, it's kind of exciting. The downside is we're now somewhere in this level. No idea what cycle we're on. So we're gonna have to actually pay attention to things. To be clear, I pay attention to stuff when I'm on cycle too, but in a different way. I can just trust that a lot of things are gonna work. The big difference is here. If you've watched us when we're on cycle, I don't have to stop in this bottom section. I just go all the way through. And that's because the cycle just works out where if you, that was scary. I chickened out going for that. If you're on cycle for that bottom, you just can hold left. You don't have to even play that bottom section. You just go left and it works. Oh, come on. Let me go down, please. That was fine. We didn't actually lose time because of the way the cycles work. Whee! I like that little loop-de-loop that we get to do on that level. Okay, can we do cannons better than before? This should be a bottom one. Yep, called it. And we got the bottom box. Optimal. Not really a big deal, but it's exciting. On this level, anything is exciting, honestly, so it's fine. Okay, we should be able to get this jump too. I'm gonna remember not to hold right the entire time. Check out that fix. Yay! I know, right? Not dying is fast. It's just useful to know. Follow twitch.tv/charbuddy for more speedrunning tips. Do cycles load for the whole level or just as you get closer? They load for the entire level. So as soon as I joined this level, I know where everything is at, and as long as I do the same thing every time, everything will be in exactly the same place. Now, for this level in particular, am I going to do the same thing every time? No, look at all this weird helicopter movement. So I knew that at the end, though, that I needed to go higher than normal because I was late. That's the trick. And so for this game, part of the speedrun is like execution, but part of it is just, dang it, come on, I know how to do this. I don't know why I'm so like frazzled on that section right now. Oh, look at that ending though! That was really clean at the end. We didn't quite make up for it, but it's okay. And now we get to do slow stuff on this level. So as long as I do the same thing, I know where all the cycles are. Sorry, I had to catch up on a cycle, and I actually did really well at catching up. I usually don't get it that well. Huh, we may have caught all the way back up again, because the cycle at the end of this one is really long. That was actually really neat. I think we didn't lose any time. Let's check. Yeah, 0. Even with the mistakes at the beginning, as long as you hit that ending, we're good to go. So as long as I do the same thing, everything's in the same spots, but the other part of speedrunning this is, well, what about when you don't do it that way? Right? If you die, if you're a little bit slower than normal, where are things going to be is a big part of like learning the speedrun. And I think that's one of the things that's different about an 8% versus an IL. For an IL, you never need to know what else to do because you're just going to reset if you don't get the thing you wanted. Versus any percent, getting good at this requires knowing how to do the backups, and that's something you generally get from running the game. You generally aren't practicing the backups so much as you're in the middle of a run going, well, this isn't gonna work, and having to figure something out, or remembering what you did last time you made that mistake. And that's where having just that game knowledge, understanding how the level operates, how the physics work, can let you figure out what you need to do differently. So on that helicopter one, knowing where the cycle is that I was trying to hit and which helicopter would be moving that I was trying to dodge, like what is the primary obstacle I'm trying to get around and where is it going to be, is where I knew that I need to just fly a little bit higher. That's all I need to do and I'll be fine at the end. Alternately, you can just panic and try to react to those helicopters, which is what I used to do. Very fun. Or you can stop before that helicopter gauntlet and actually wait for the opening. There is a cycle, like, with where those helicopter cycles are, there is a spot where they open up and you can just sort of easily move well, nothing in helicopters in this game is easy, but you can more easily move through them. It's just that in speedrunning, waiting for that cycle isn't super fast, and so we just don't do it that way. Because why not? Alright. Whoa, leg spike. That's fun. Oh gosh, not what I needed for my nerves. So this game can lag. Conveniently, it doesn't affect the in-game timer, so I don't lose time for lag spikes. But the struggle is that it's difficult to do precision jumping games if the game is lagging. My other biggest fear about GDQ is that I'll end up with game lag during the run, and I'll have no way to address it without pausing and stopping and doing something weird. Also, I hate that jump. That's one of my least favorite jumps in the entire game. When we were doing our practice race, I was getting a ton of lag, and I think some of that was from trying to watch the other runners' streams on Discord. And so as long as I'm not watching their streams on Discord, I think I'll be fine. I passed my tech check just fine, so I'm optimistic about that, but it's still scary. My computer doesn't have a dedicated GPU, it's just running off of the CPU. I try to have good internet, but you know, we'll just have to see. I've done what I can. Looking forward to the run. Oh, do I have a good gold? I'll have to go back and look at it. I try not to check my splits all the time while I'm running, so I don't always see if I get a gold in this game. Very different than Mario Maker, where I just always had access to that information. I probably made that, but I didn't want to risk it with how much of a struggle I've been having on this level. I'd rather just go one cycle late and take it safe. Okay. That was really high. I don't need to be that tall. There we go. Just load this. Let's see if we can get through. Alright, we are not as far on the side as I'd like to be. That was scary. We were really close to dying there. 1, 2, 3, jump, jump. Around, jump once, and then go through. That's what I've been doing wrong on this level! Oh my goodness! Okay, sorry. This level has been a little bit shaky. I don't know if you've noticed that my gauntlets haven't quite been where they're supposed to be, and I lost 2 seconds on it in the run we just did. And it's all because I was doing a silly thing wrong at the beginning. Oh gosh, this could be a really rude run. Let's try not to... Okay, let's go for it. Positive. The music on this level is so good too. The worst thing about this music is it cuts out when you turn the machine off, so you just like lose it. And if you're doing any percent practice, a lot of times I don't finish, or I don't really want to finish the level because like, why? I don't need to practice running to the side at the end. That's just not a good use of practice time. But the problem is if you hit the button in the middle, that was a very safe way to approach that, by the way. If you hit the button in the middle and stop the machine, the music stops. And if you reset the level while doing the like level practice, level select version, the music will not restart. You have to like finish a different level to get the music to restart again, and it's so sad. All right, let's try not to miss any of the jumps on the... Let's get all the jumps on the way up. Positive phrasing, sorry. There we go. Got all the jumps on the way up. All right, there we go. By the way, this is going to be another new world record. Even faster. This is actually a ridiculous time. 21 seconds off of Summit Fest. That was amazing. I'm glad we did another one. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I streamed tonight. I'm really glad I streamed tonight. Oh, 11:13. That puts us in first again, for the record. Oh, this is neat. There's like exactly 13, well not exactly, but 13 seconds between each of the first 3 times now. Yeah, that was a really good run.